vlog will be starting in 1 minute. Good evening, everybody. The vlog will be starting in now. All right. Yeah, well, hello and welcome. Welcome and hello. Today is Thursday, which means that it is that glorious glory of days, vlog day. Thank you guys so much for joining me again. I can't do that thing anymore where I put all the timestamps down here, but for anybody watching on the replay, the timestamps will either be in the description of this video or they will be the pinned comment at the top of the comments. My main man, Jeremy, has taken it upon himself, or he offered, and I just said, oh yes, absolutely. He's gonna, hopefully Jeremy Svanos is here. Hopefully we're gonna get some timestamps. They should be down below, but enough of that. Welcome. We're gonna have a great vlog. I'm super pumped. This vlog was a photo finish, you guys. I was really stupid busy. We were doing the podcast, and then I realized I have like this much time to get this much stuff done before the vlog starts. This was a photo finish. I'm out of breath from like running in here, hitting that vlog. But let's do it. Let's do the damn thing. Welcome, everybody. I'm excited. I think we have a full vlog this week. We definitely have a retro vaping I'm looking at on my desk. We definitely have a very random liquid tasting I'm looking at on my desk. We're going to have comments of the week. We're going to have some viewer mails. We have a whole mess of vape mail. I have some Stan Tenacious TX Vapes Vape Mail here that I'm really excited about, and I have what seems to be the world's largest box from Uwell, and I don't know what could be in there. My fingers are crossed that it's just like 9,000 empty Caliburn pods and then like 10,000 batteries. No, 5,000 batteries and 10,000 Caliburn pods. The point is, I don't know what's in it, but we're going to get to it. We're going to get to all of it. We're going to talk about what I've been vaping, and I have a beer right here that is it's just taunting me right now. It's like, hey, let's drink some beer, but we're not there yet, beer, and you don't get to boss me around anyway. The first thing that I wanted to do, this is something I've actually been wanting to do for a while now. But YouTube has this thing where it shows you all of the new subscribers that you got. And I just kind of wanted to take a second and thank all of my new subscribers that I just got. And we're going to start off at the top here with Freighter. Thank you for the sub. Gorkum, welcome. Dank House, welcome. Mark, welcome. M23DOO, welcome. Travis, not blowing smoke up your ... I don't know. Welcome. Something, is that Russian? I don't know what that is. Is that Russian? I feel like that's what Russian looks like, but I might be wrong about that. Welcome, Yvette. Welcome, MyBack T4. Welcome, HJE. Welcome, Delisque. What? Deliquiscator. Deliquiscator. I can't pronounce your name. Welcome. Obixta Nova, Baron, Cameron, Cheeky Nuts. Man, I am glad I have someone named Cheeky Nuts subscribe to me right now. Matthias, Arhen, James, and finally Scadnium. These are my top subscribers. These are my new subscribers as of today. So welcome to the GrimmGreen YouTube channel. I hope you're joining us for a vlog tonight. It's going to be awesome. But now I actually do have that one thing that I like to do that is like my favorite thing to do, where I get to hear from one of my subscribers. This one is a little bit older. It comes from a fella in Italy named Sasha. I don't remember what he said in this video. But we're gonna see what Sasha has to say right now. What's up, Sasha?
Hi Nick, my name is Sasha. I'm from Italy, Milan. You know, Italy, Milan, that boot-shaped nation. I just wanted to say thank you for all your work, all your videos. I'm watching your videos since a long time, and I don't miss one. I really like what you do, how you do, and since I got a micro Italian YouTube channel, I feel that you're like kind of my mentor, something like that, because you have to learn from someone. And I don't know why, but I choose you. I think that you do things right. But I got one question, one simple question. Just let me vape, let me drip, let me blur my juice. You showed us your dog, you never showed us your girlfriend. We know that her name is Casey Pickle, but you never showed us your girlfriend. So come on, show us. You're a cool guy, she's a cool girl, 100% sure about that. So why not? One time, show your girlfriend. We know Neko, we don't know Casey. Okay, you want I show mine first? That's okay. Here's my girlfriend. We're cool? Cool. Thank you so much for watching my small video, and yeah, let's keep on vaping.
Yeah, absolutely, Sasha. Absolutely, Sasha. That was a fantastic video. Thank you so much for the kind words. As far as Casey Hey, there's audio now. Hey, there's audio now. Hey, look at that. There's audio now. I'm blaming Stream Deck. That said that my audio was on. The little button was illuminated. That's before I learned to trust Stream Deck ever again. But anyway, Sasha, yes. Thank you very much, Sasha. Fantastic. Thank you so much for the video. Thank you for the kind words. And look, as far as Casey Pickle goes, now I'm repeating myself, but you guys didn't hear this before. As far as Casey Pickle goes, I like to keep maybe a little bit of my life just a little bit private. The patrons have got to know Casey Pickle over the last 2 years or so. She occasionally will hack into that Instagram account and just live stream like on her own. She'll be like, what up, Pickle Hack? Let's hang out. Nick's out of town. Let's stream. So she does that. So the patrons get to know her a little bit more. I was thinking about, the thing is, the reason that Casey Pickle isn't on my YouTube really is she just has a job and she just works like crazy. She's one of the hardest working people that I've ever known. She just works her little ass off. She works for Live Nation. And I'm not even going to see her tonight. She's gone. She's gone at a show, working at a show tonight, and I won't see her. And so the time that we do have together, it's very important to me, and I like to spend that time doing like me and Casey things. Like we go do things, or we sit and play. We have game night and we watch a movie, or we watch TV and we play Uno. Like I like that quality time. So whenever we're together, my first thought isn't like, hey, let's shoot some video and put you on YouTube. I was actually considering, and let me know what you think about this. I was actually thinking about having Casey Pickle be a guest on the vlog at some point, because she has a very rich history. Additionally, she started off in the vape industry. She used to work for Pure Smoker. She did marketing for Pure Smoker way back in the day, 2009, 2010. That's essentially how we met, was through vaping. So she has her roots deeply, deeply in vaping. I think it would be interesting maybe to have her on the vlog one night as a guest. We could interview Casey Pickle and get to know Casey Pickle. But thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that video, Sasha. And if anybody else out there watching right now wants to send in a video, could be like Sasha's, could be whatever you want. You want to shout yourself out, shout out your shop, shout out your family, shout out your wife, shoot the shit, show your gear. It's all good. Go ahead and send me a video if you'd like to. Nick@GrimmGreen.com, and you can just mark your subject. What did we ever decide this was? That one thing, your favorite thing. I think that's the one that most everybody uses, as your favorite thing. So if you have a video and you want to maybe see it featured on the vlog here, send it over. That one thing, we'll be sure to, I'll be sure to watch them all and peruse them. And I promise I'm going to get to this beer in a second, but real quickly, I just wanted to talk about a few things that I've been vaping, because I went through one of those things where I like to tear stuff down and set stuff back up again. So I guess first things first out of the gate, I've been heavily rocking this Pug Slide combo. I like this Pug. I like this little 80-watt banger device, and with a little mouth-to-lung slide tank on there, 12 milligram water Malone. It's thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyable. I really like it. Really like it, and I really like that water Malone. Also, I don't know. I love this BMI Goldie, this Casa GrimmGreen Fundraiser Edition. It's just such a slick mod. I just love using it. It's a brick, you know? It's a big, uncomfortable, pointy brick, but I just love it. It's topped with an off-roof Next Mesh sub-ohm tank that I think there's a few reviews out there for already. I was going to throw my 2 cents into the ring as well. It's a pretty rockin' sub-ohm tank. I've been using this coil head for, I don't know, 2 weeks now. Still going fairly strong. That's rad. There's a pink lemonade in there. It's that Lemon Life strawberry lemonade. It's nice. It's a nice little vape. Also, still on this kick. This is like a Stabwood Squonker from Vaporesso and Ultroner, and it's just a single 2700. 2700? Hang on. Fact check me right here. Fact check me. I think this is an 18650. I don't know why I said 2700. It is actually an 18650. It's just when everything's 2700 and it's like 2700 mex, 2700 everything, 2700 your life, 21700 your life, using like a single 18650 regulated mod, I don't know, I kind of assumed there was a bigger battery in there. Jenna RDA on top. This is loaded up with Straw Beezy, which I like strawberries, so I really like this. This hasn't been re-wicked in quite some time, so we'll see. Still vaping awesome. Still tastes good. It desperately needs to be re-wicked though. Second to lastly, we've seen this before. I went and got a white Vape V200. The black version of this Vape V200 was literally my favorite mod regulated guy ever. I just loved it. I loved using it. I love the way it vapes. I like the clicky button right up here. Boosh click right there, topped with the Passage RDA. Still rocking the Passage RDA. Still loaded up with that coil turd. Boule Bolu. And if everything went to plan, not my plans, other people's plans, that means that Beecher, coil turd, is probably arriving at Ruby Roo's house soon. And that means she might be vaping the Boule Bolu. And I just want to know, on a scale of awesome to amazing, how incredible is it? Because I don't want to be without this liquid for the rest of my life, Beecher. Also, wattage, just don't adjust your wattage ever. Just leave it at 40 watts when it's a 0.22. Shit, that's good. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, what's essentially my daily banger, it's the Monarch. It's named Atlantis. It is topped with a dead goat and a DHD chop top. It's loaded up with Rich Kids of Instagram. This is a great liquid. This is on its way. And we talked about this on the podcast, which you guys will hear on Sunday, but this is well on its way to becoming like a legacy liquid. I just kind of want this all the time. I just want it. I want all of it. Rich Kids of Instagram. It's just so good. It's just so warm. These are pretty low. This is like a 0.08 on a dual parallel. So crackly, so flavorful, so nice and warm, so coil spill, so Rich Kids of Instagram. Good Lord, I love that liquid. And I've also been, I also rediscovered the Fix recently, and I'm not sure why. It's just I saw my Fix battery sitting there, and I went, oh, I'm going to vape that. And I grabbed a tobacco custard, and I went, I'm going to vape that. So I've just been vaping it. Jess, gonna get that camo snapback. We'll get to that. We're gonna get to all the super chats at the end. So now that we've done that, now that I know what I'm vaping, I want to. It's sitting here mocking me. Let's have some beer. Oh. Okay, now the button decides to work. Hey, that's no big deal. We got beer, you guys. We got a beer from El Segundo Brewing Company. This is barrel-aged standard crude. Is that too washed out for you to even see? Let's try this one. Oh, that's even worse. Okay, let's try this one. Standard crude, right there. Standard crude. Oh, I'm gone. I set up 2 backup cameras just in case. You can never have too many backup cameras. This one up here is officially called Crap Cam McGarbage Cam. And then this one over here is called Other Better Cruddo Butto Cam. So ain't that a damn thing? But we're going to get into this beer. I believe this beer came from Andrew. I don't know why my default name when I can't remember people's names is Andrew, but I think his name was Andrew. I think this came from the same gentleman that sent me that peanut butter liquid that we tried a few weeks ago that I wasn't super into. He did send along some beers. I'm very excited about this. I have not heard anything about this, but if it's called Standard Crude and it's barrel-aged Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels, I feel like it might be kind of legit. So I'm going to jump over here onto the on the Beer Advocate, and I just need to find out about this beer. So let's look at El Segundo Standard Crude. Standard Crude. What do you have to say on Beer Advocate there, fella? Hey, not bad. All right. Barrel-aged crude is aged between 6 and 9 months in various bourbon barrels. It has a deep and complex malt notes that are well accentuated by wisps of barrel character and looming bourbon tones throughout. Vanilla, cola, dark fruits, chocolate, and hints of licorice take you on a flavor journey that only intensifies as the beer warms. Flavor journey? I'm about to go on a flavor journey, and you guys are coming with me. I mean, not literally, but I'm about to go on a flavor journey. It's weird. It's just, I didn't know that adults liked flavors. I didn't know that adults liked to go on flavor journeys. But according to this beer, adults do like to go on flavor journeys. So I'm going to pour this into my my Duvel glass here. I'm expecting it. Yeah. Dark. Just give me dark. What kind of beer do you like? The darkest. That's not even true. I don't love, like, dark beers aren't like the only thing I drink. Anyway, what do we got? Crude, standard. I don't know why I can't remember the name of this. Standard crude from El Segundo. I believe came to me by a guy named Andrew. If your name isn't Andrew and you sent me this and you're sitting there cursing at me right now at your screen, let me know in the comments or in the chat if you are the real person that sent this to me. But cheers. Here's to you guys. Thanks for coming out. So the first thing that I get up front is just a ton of low notes, like raisin, date sort of low notes. It's only a 10%. It feels like more. I got a lot of upfront alcohol flavor as well. It's very low notey. It's very like they said, dates, fruits, raisins. I don't know. He said licorice. I do get a lot of like bourbon barrel characteristic out of it. I'm not getting heaps of vanilla, but I don't think you're supposed to get heaps of vanilla, just some vanilla. It's a thick beer. It is a thick beer in the mouth. The only thing, I'm only going to try one liquid with this tonight, and it's going to be Bole Bolu. And it might actually be something else out of this Nord, too. I have a Nord. I got a Nord finally, and I think I might do a video for it. But first things first, we're going to try the Bole Bolu. This beer is just so thick. It's such like a heavy mouthfeel, like syrupy beer. Heavy, rich with those low note flavors. No carbonation or effervescence. None of that. So let's try it out. Let's try it out real quick with some Bole Bolu. Bule Bolu. Bule Bolu by Coil Turd. No, it's not really that good. The banana kind of brings out a little bit of sweetness in this beer, but overall, like the overwhelming flavor characteristics of this beer, that deep like dates and raisins kind of flavor that's going on in this imperial stout, doesn't really go super well with banana. And I can tell you empirically, categorically, that it's not going to go well with Coil Spill either, Rich Kids of Instagram. But we're here, right? Why not give it a try? Why not give it a try? Okay, it's worse. Much worse. Way worse. Far worse. But I got a beer to last me through the vlog, and I'm feeling good. I feel great today. And why do I keep saying oh, I didn't try it with the Nord. So let me tell you the quick story behind the Nord. Is we were in Nashville and we went to a couple vape shops. Vapor USA had us, and it was fantastic. We went to TN Vapor as well. I had never had a Nord. I'd never tried a Nord. My bridge to smoke has been burned years and years ago. But this is filled up with a liquid called Russian Cream, which I'm told that I've been vaping. It's like a custardy tobacco flavor. So that might actually pair pretty well with this. Let's give it one last chance. One last shot at a good pairing, man. It's acceptable. In fact, let's just do round 3. I think this fix with the tobacco custard might actually pair pretty well. There you go. That's the winner, right? That's the winner. Tobacco and beer, it just, I don't know what it is, man. They just go They just go together. A nice tobacco flavor with some beer. Good stuff. So what I'd like to do right now, I guess, is we're going to have to get into some vape mail because I have a bunch. So let's just do this. Let's just do the damn thing right now. Vape Mail. Let's open up some vape mail. I have some mail here from Stan, Mr. Tenacious TX Vapes. I've got some other vape mail here from... I don't know. I've got some other... This is from UPS. I have a bill from UPS. That's fine. Put that there. Oh, there's too much. Good Lord. This is a lot. Okay, this is a lot of mail, so I can't think of any other way to do this than to just straight up jump right into it. I don't have a rubber band for my bag tonight. What a bummer. But let's just get into some mail. This first mail comes from Derek. Someone named Derek? I don't know. Derek. What is this? Oh, Diesel. Okay. This is the Diesel Rta. Isn't that a Ambitions vapor thing? The Diesel? Yeah, Diesel Rta. Project by Ambitions Vapor. Shit, let's give it a look. Let's give it a little bit of a look-see. I'm a little bit hit and miss with the things that Ambitions Vapor releases, but hell, you never know. One of my favorite things is being surprised by vape products. It's kind of a honker of a tank. And it comes with a spare bubble glass as well, but I feel like with the bubble glass on there, kind of reminds me, at least externally, of the Serpent Elevate. Serpent Elevate kind of had a similar look. Top airflow, matte black, that gunmetal thing. Interesting. I want to get a look at this deck real fast. It is glass. It's frosted glass. Oh, okay. So it's an RTA that's the recurve dual. I mean, that's the recurve dual deck essentially. I mean, it's a little bit different. It's kind of slightly different, but it's got that, that honeycomb, those holes, those dips, postless deck, postless design. All right, Diesel. I'll just put you away. Whenever I'm going through my vape stuff, and it's going to be something that's going to be easily done this week, is I try to find something that I can set up and vape in this vlog. Diesel could be an option. Stan, I'm too excited to see what is in here. This is from Stan. Did you include a note, Stan? Stan? Yeah, fuck you too. I'm just kidding. Stan, Tenacious TX Vapes, just entrepreneur, just cranking out some good products, just being the best Stan that he can be. Despite the Lucid RDA, he's still being the best Stan that he can be. I appreciate that. Look at that. Vape Stew. I got some Vape Stew propaganda. Thanks for the Vape Stew propaganda, Stan. This is a Keen. I have a Keen, and it is tarnished beyond all recognition right now. Tarnished beyond all recognition right now. And this looks like it's going to be a different Keen that is not tarnished beyond all recognition. Oh, baby, there we go. That's what I'm after. Give me some of that hot matte black Keen action. And I know it's the Keen, and we've all seen the Keen, but I like the Keen, and it's comfy. Look how comfy that is to hold right there. Whoa! It's not going to go anywhere. See that? It's just perfectly fitting between the fulcrum of the thumb and your first knuckle. Boosh. Right there. It's got that good switch. That good Keen switch. All right, Stan. Hey, I appreciate the black one. I appreciate getting this because I'll actually use this one. The other one, the copper one, it got a few days of use, and then it started getting too tarnished, and then it started smelling like pennies, and then I smelled my hand, and it smelled like pennies, and I was like, sorry, Stan. Sorry. Definitely not going to be using this raw copper mech mod anymore. Raw copper mech mods are kind of my least favorite thing kind of ever. It's just my least favorite thing ever. Can't stand it. Anyway, Stan, thank you for that keen. Oh, okay. I think I know what's in here. Thomas Crow. Oh, Thomas Crow for the win. Thank you, Thomas Crow. This is a long story, but Thomas Crow sent me, one of my patrons, Thomas Crow, is just one of the coolest dudes. He sent me a replacement glass for my Reload Vapor Reload RTA because I broke the glass on my Reload RTA, and it genuinely upset me because I kind of wanted to put it back on video a little bit. I have a plan for the Reload Vapor Reload RTA, you see, and while I was shooting video, I broke the glass, and I was so bummed. And Thomas Crow, he popped on the stream, and he's like, bro, I have a glass. I'll send you a Reload Vapor Reload RTA glass. Arrived. Safe and sound, Thomas Crow. Safe and sound. You've saved me. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Thank you, Thomas Crow. Deutschland? Where's this? What is this? What's happening here? What are you doing? All right. I always like handwritten notes. Hey, Nick. As announced, these are 2 liquids from Germany we would love for you to test. Durango, a banana RY4 tobacco. Oh, creamy, rich, and sweet with hints of caramel nuts and cinnamon. And then Rooters, a root beer with vanilla. Simple as that. Most liquids are designed to be vape in a direct lung atomizers at medium to high wattage. As mentioned, these 2 will enter the market in Europe soon, and I would love to hear what you think of them since I imagine you would be into the flavor profiles. Best wishes. Keep doing what you're doing. Kopi. I got some liquids from Kopi from Germany. You know, they just had that vape event in Germany that I was dying to go to. Couldn't make it happen. Really bummed. Heard it was awesome. Next year I will be getting to the vape event in Germany. 8,000%. So we got Durango and we got Rooters. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate the Durango and I appreciate the Rooters. I'm going to let these sit and steep, and then, you know, they might end up in a very random liquid tasting. You never know. I got to remember who this came from. Germany. Okay. I am bad with remembering where things came from. Perfect example is this beer that I believe came from Andrew, but I don't even know if that's his name, and I don't even know if Andrew's a real person. But those liquids do sound pretty freaking delicious. Let's do DHL. Let's do some DHL stuff. Do you guys remember, like, in the vlog maybe a year ago? Maybe a little bit longer than that. Maybe like a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, where it seemed like every vlog that I did, I just got mail from Wismec. And it was like either mail from Wismec or mail from Joytech. Like, every single week, it was like, more mail from Wismec. Here's something else from Wismec. Wismec's got a new tank. I got it. Wismec's got a new mod. Here's another thing from Wismec. And now that I think about it, I haven't seen anything from Wismec since then. Like, since that time. It's all right. You know, what are you going to do? Oh, okay. This is that tank. This is the Next Mesh Sub-Ohm tank. Off-Rough Next Mesh Sub-Ohm tank. You're not going to be able to see anything. It's just white. This is the retail packaging, I believe. I got some spare coil heads. I got a few tanks. All right. Well, this is a tank I've been using, so I'm excited to finally put it up on video. And it comes with Next Mesh coil heads. They use their Off-Rough Next Mesh in the coil heads. I think it's a good mesh. I think it's a very, very, very fine mesh. Not fine like fine. Like it's just fine. I think it's a fine mesh. Like a what was the word we were using earlier? Premium mesh. coil heads, you dork. Still going. There's more. There's more. You thought we were over? Not even close. Vape Mail is what takes up roughly 70 to 80% of the vlog, and then the rest of it is like original content, and the most of it is just me sitting here opening mail. That's just what I've realized the vlog is. What are you? Oh, something from Vaporesso. What are you? Power isn't just for the pros. This is the Vaporesso Gen. 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 The Vaporesso Gen. Power isn't just for the pros. Let's open this then. Vaporesso. I want to see what this Gen is all about. If this is a dual 18650 like regulated banger, I'm going to be so happy. I think it might be. Fuck, that's cool. Fuck, that's cool. This live stream is now demonetized for using the obscenities. But fuck, this is cool. Sorry, YouTube. Sorry, not sorry. I guess I'm just punishing myself. But fuck, this is cool. The texture on it is incredible. And then the positive goes here. Okay, so the door doesn't really snap on with any authority, but it does kind of set on there. No play. It's got this really slick, like, ombre color. It goes from black to red, black to orange. That is so fucking cool. And the texture on it, it feels rubberized, like rubberized throughout. Feels very rubberized, and then it kind of has this, like, let me see if I can, you want to try to zoom in on this? It's got like this texture to it. It almost feels like a snake skinny kind of texture to it. This is a banger. I'm really into this regulated mod, and it's not like I'm like hurting for regulated mods or anything, but this reminds me of, God, it's got such a good hand feel. Such a good hand feel. This reminds me of, like, if Sigeli didn't get all super weird and start releasing a bunch of really weird shit. Like, if Sigeli had kept on their path, then this would have been like the 2019 version of maybe that Sigeli 150. Like, it's got that kind of like deck of cards feel to it. Like, this isn't a completely unique design. It's a box mod, right? But they added this color to it, and they added this texture to it. And this dark to color texture is something that I have been trying to get on a product since I ever have released a product ever. On the original recipe Recoil, these are the colors that I wanted. I wanted it to go from black to red, or black to blue, or black to purple. I just thought, fuck, that would look so cool. And of course, China is like, no, that's not possible. You can't do that. That's not a thing you can do. It's really hard to do, and it's impossible, and you could never do it. It would never be worth it. It would cost too much, and it would be too expensive. Well, it looks like someone did it, because here it is. I can't express how cool and like oddly shimmery this device is. I want to put something on here. I want to put this... I just want to vape it because I want to see the screen and everything. Okay, I'm going to put this Passage RDA on here. Looks pretty slick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New load. Scanning. Okay, so it's kind of a boring screen. Kind of a super very boring screen. Kind of a bummer, honestly, because Vaporesso has had some really beautiful screens. That Tarot, not the Tarot, the Vaporesso. What was that called? I can picture my thumbnail of it in my head. Doesn't matter. Can't fucking remember the name of it. The Vaporesso Polar? Polar. The Vaporesso Polar. Wow. Pawtucket Panda for the win. Thank you. Vaporesso Polar. And it had that really beautiful, like nice color display on this. And now we're back to like essentially what looks like a DNA 40, like just blue LCD, kind of boring, but honestly, this mod is so pretty and so nice to just hold in my hand. I kind of don't care about the screen. Wow. I love this. This is my favorite thing. When something just shows up that I didn't even know existed, and not only that, it's actually really cool. Boosh, here we go. 76.2 watts. This is the Passage RDA on top of the Vaporesso. Vaporesso Gen. The Vaporesso Gen dual 18650 bucks mod. Go. Okay, Vaporesso Gen. I know I just said that the Vape V200 was one of my favorite regulated mods of all time, but right now I can't even think about that because all I'm concerned with is using and holding. The joy of this comes from holding it. The joy of this comes from holding it. You have, this is something you have to experience. It's the most unique feeling looking mod like I may have ever touched. It's just, I can't stop rubbing it. I just want to rub this texture. Vaporesso Gen for the win. All right, Vaporesso Gen, you're obviously here to stay, at least for the meantime. Lutangs! Oh, Lutangs! Shout out to Lutangs. Shout out to the band Sour Vein. I don't know if anybody is into like stoner, heavy, sludgy, like really doom shit, but Sour Vein, exactly how you think it's spelled, Sour Vein. They are worth a look. Check it out. Check out Sour Vein. And Lou from Sour Vein, he's such a nice guy. He sent me some batteries. Oh, I'm so excited about these batteries. So, shout out to Lou Tangs Coil & Co. Vape Supply out there in Ashbury Park, New Jersey. Coil & Co. Vape Supply. I got some beer koozies, and Lou from Coil & Co. Vape Supply was nice enough to send me some Goal Cs. I've been wanting these batteries forever. They are sold out almost everywhere I can find. And Lou, being the nice dude that he is, he's like, well, I got some. I got some in the shop. I'll just send you some. What am I going to say? No? Yeah. Goal C, 2700s, Ruby Roo. These are for the Monarch. These are for the Monarch. I got these strictly for the Monarch. Goal C's, baby. Goal C's. Yeah, thank you, Vic, for throwing that link to Sour Vein in the chat. I'm serious. If you're into anything heavy, anything sludgy, doomy, just stoner shit, Sour Vein. Sour Vein's great. In fact, Sour Vein came down to San Diego a few years ago. Got to go see Sour Vein. Got to hang out with Lou. Awesome. Awesome people. I can't even express how many awesomely awesome, fantastic people I've met in the vape industry that are just, they're just people that you meet and you go, yeah, you are awesome. Lou was one of those people. And I knew that when I met Lou at, where did I meet Lou? Where did I meet Lou Tangs? I met him in Dallas at the Vape Showcase in Dallas like 3 years ago. And he came walking up to me and he was wearing a Motorhead shirt. And I came walking up to him and I was wearing a Motorhead shirt. And I was like, well, shit, man. I'm pretty sure we just became friends. Beyond a shadow of a doubt. And we did. And I like him. And I like Lou. Cheers. Here's this for you, Lou. Thanks for the batteries. All my charger bays are taken right now. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, this is. Oh, Ryan. All right. For British Eyes Only. I don't know if anybody else there's out there familiar with British Eyes Only. He's a builder on Instagram. He happens to be one of my patron Yo-Yo Cool Kids clubs. And he had sent me some coils, and for whatever reason, he's like, hey, I want to send you some more coils. I want to send you some beer. I'm pretty sure this is both of those things inside. Pardon me. Inside this very heavy package. What are you doing to me here, British Eyes? Ha! Is this just a crumpled can with pennies in it? I mean, thanks. I don't know. Is it art? Is it like a Banksy? Like I'm supposed to put this on my shelf and be like, for British Eyes Only. We call this the crumpled can of society. It's art. We're going to talk about Star Wars Land. Jason Parker was asking. I'm trying to work into getting to know GrimmGreen because I would really like to talk about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge because I got to spend a few hours there and it was amazing. So here we go. Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's very creative there, MacGyver. He says, "Hey Nick, the penny-filled can was to cover up the sounds of liquids." That's fine. Hey, Nick, I went a little overboard with the beers, but I hope you will enjoy them. Out of the 6, the BS Sour Pasteur is my favorite. I'd recommend pairing it with the liquid I included. And he wrote liquid in all caps. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. They go well together. More coils are hidden in the Open Me First box, along with another surprise. Well, I hope this all arrived in time for Vape Mail. Either way, drink through the head like a man, yo-yo, and a great big boosh. Keep fighting the good fight, Ryan, a.k.a. For British Eyes Only. Please shout out my perfect, wonderful girlfriend, Samantha. I will. Samantha, boosh. That's from your boy toy, British Eyes Only. Well, damn, British Eyes. I appreciate it. I appreciate this box. Okay, wait. Hello, Open Me First. You know, I really don't have time for all of this song and dance, all this pop and circumstance for Vape Mail. I'm just kidding. Of course I'm kidding. This is awesome. Who doesn't like opening fun mail? Are you kidding me? What are you? What are you? I'm keeping this bubble wrap, British Eyes. I'm keeping it. I think these are the coils. What? What? You got me a glass? Oh, bro. Okay, first of all, coils, which, awesome. Thank you. Tricore Aliens. Awesome. And a glass. That's like a Burger King Return of the Jedi glass. Look at that. That's Emperor. There's 2 Emperors. And then it's Luke and Vader facing off with the Emperor in the background. Fuck, that's cool. Thank you. British Eyes. Thank you. And there's even a liquid on the inside called Outer Limits. 80 on the off-ramp. Liquids. Outer Limits. Don't know that I've ever heard of this before. But damn it, I'm going to give it a try. I'm stoked. And you know what? I'm keeping this. We're going to put it right here. That's where that lives now. 800%. Ugh. All right, well, looks like we got some freaking beer to open up. You want me to open all of these right now? Okay, well, I'll remember that these, like, really brightly colored cans, they all came from British Eyes Only. All right, so we got some OBV, Bolio Snot Brewery. Oh, whoa. OBV. It's a very, very, very colorful can there. Appreciate that. This is going to be, okay, the beers are going back into the beer box. Ah! 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 Beer! Did you guys see that? All right, well, one of them is the 077XY. Bro, that beer's all over my office right now. But it smells like here, let me try to, I'm going to have a little sip out of the side here. Oh, okay. Well, it's not bad. Maybe I can get it into this Jedi cup. Oh, shit. All right, so, oh, fuck. I'm covered head to toe in beer right now, and this is hilarious. 077XX India Pale Ale IPA from British Eyes. I wasn't planning on drinking it right now. Yeah, exactly. Impromptu shotgun, but let's try it. Why not? All right. That's not a bad IPA. I hope I like it because the smell of it is never going to leave my soul now. So pro tip, don't use a knife to just slice open beer cans. Shit, all right. Well, I'm going to go rinse off my knife and kind of wash my hands a little bit. But it's honestly not even that bad. It mostly went on me. You see my crotch here? Yeah, right there. There's some beer. There's some beer crotch for you. So what I'm going to do, we're going to go through the rest of those beers a little bit later. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave you with some hold music, and I'm just going to go wash my hands, and I hope that's okay. So enjoy this. Yeah, I'll be right back. Thanks, Danielle. That was great. That was so worth it. It's so worth it to just sit here in beer-covered shirt and fucking beer-covered pants just for that clip. I want that clip so bad. I want that clip so bad. But let's keep going. We're not done. For British Eyes only. What a legendary mail segment. This is going to be one of those things that I'm hoping that... what? Oh. Okay. This is a $2 sale box that was sent back to me. I pulled it open and I was like, a GrimmGreen snapback? What the fuck did how did I get a GrimmGreen snapback? But this is a box for the patrons. Yeah, there's a Dovpo Basium in here, a Mike Vape's Rebirth Rta. This was going to Andrew. All right. Well, I got to hit up Andrew now and send him his box back. Weird. Return to sender. Attempted. Unable to forward. It says a delivery attempted. Shit. All right. I'm sorry, Andrew. I still have your $2 box. I'll make sure that gets back in the mail as soon as humanly possible. You should have had that, Andrew. You should have had that weeks ago. All right. Okay. This is it. This is the last one from Uwell. If there is any beer in here, which I doubt, I won't be opening it with a knife anymore. Now, moving forward, I'm going to need some reminders that not to open a beer with a knife. Like if I ever get cans of beer in the mail again, and that's inevitably going to happen, if you see me trying to open it with a knife, just shout, just yell, stop, Nick, what are you doing? Stop! I've never accidentally shotgunned a beer with a knife before, although it was kind of fun and liberating. I liked it. I like smelling like beer. I'm so excited for that clip. Thank you, Ken. I saw that you emailed it to me. God, I just love it. All right, Uwell. What do we got from Uwell? Last package from Uwell. First things first, one of my favorite things. Plastic drinking cups. I love these. I wish every vape company did them, and I'm going to be making GrimmGreen plastic drinking cups because I have 2 Vape Wild plastic drinking cups that change color, and they're my favorite thing ever to use ever. And now, who cares? I got a Uwell one. That's fine. I have lanyards because I don't know. Let's see what's in here. Don't let me down, Uwell. How are we doing on time? We're not doing too bad. Not doing too bad. All right. We would like to take the opportunity to introduce you the latest Uwell product. It's called the Soul Keeper mod. Okay, that's a pretty bitchin' name, the Soul Keeper. Innovative electronic switch. An electronic switch fires faster and is safer, eliminates arcing, and prolongs battery life and performance. It's an advanced mech mod with chip protection. Advanced mech mod features instant power-like regular mechanical mod with all of the safety features. Safety features include short circuit protection and low power indication, overtime protection, short circuit, open circuit indication, temperature protection, and reverse battery protection. Wow, in a mech. Reverse battery protection in a mech. Compatible with 18650s, 2700s, and 21700 batteries without any extra battery sleeves. There's no sleeve needed to swap between the 18s, the 20s, and the 21s. Simply remove the mod upper cap and base cap, rotate the tube 180 degrees, then screw both caps on. All right. I'm assuming I'll understand all of this once I get to the mod. An indication, the LED color lights indicate weak battery levels, protective coating, the non-stick coating, and the black in the version provides oil and fingerprint resistant, makes the mod smooth and comfortable to grip. The fluorescent version is the unique totem pattern with emitting a dreamy glow in the dark. I've never heard of this before. I don't know what this is. And there's even more propaganda. Even more Uwell propaganda. What do we have here? This is the Valerian 2. Okay. Well, now I'm excited about this. I loved the Valerian V1 Sabome tank. It was one of my favorites. A variety of mesh coils, 0.32, 0.14, 0.16. Valerian 2 self-cleaning technology. Okay, it has self-cleaning technology, optimized flip cap design, triple battery, triple the power, up to 300 watts. Okay, hang on. Okay, I don't... Valerian coils. I don't want... Okay, I'm just... Hang on. Valerian... Okay, so this is the Valerian 2 kit. Now, we have to make a decision here, and I'd like people to vote in the chat if they wouldn't mind. We're either going to set up the Valerian 2 kit, or I'm going to throw something on the Keeper mechanical mod. Regulated, non-regulated, mechanical mod. Mech with safety features, the Soul Keeper, or the Valerian 2 kit. Valerian 2 kit, Soul Keeper. Valerian 2 kit, Soul Keeper. Valerian 2 kit, Soul Keeper, Keeper, Soul Keeper. I see the Keeper. All right, Soul Keeper. The Soul Keeper has won. All right, Soul Keeper. First of all, bitchin' name. Bitchin' name. This is, I believe, the Black Soul Keeper. Okay. So that officially does represent the end of the Vape Mail, and I'm now officially going to set up the Soul Keeper mech. I smell like an IPA. I smell like I just showered in an IPA, which I guess is kind of accurate as to what actually did happen. Yeah, exactly, Nicholas. If I open the Soul Keeper, shit, now it has all of our souls. So they were kind of pimping this out a lot, that it's got LED features and a regulation involved in it somehow. Yeah, this is like so this is amazing. This is something that I've been talking about for years and years, and no companies or people that I talked to were interested in releasing something like this. And that bums me out. Oh, okay, you swap the caps? I've always wanted to do a regulated mech, like a regulated, non-regulated, regulated mech. Because I love the idea of having a mech mod with like a clicky button on the bottom, and I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this. It's branded Uwell on the bottom, and it's clicky. It's like a clicky button, and you still hold it like a mech. You still hold it like a mech. So they say you flip this around? Oh, so because the threads are different depths. So that's how you do a 21700. Yep. That's how it happens. Sick. And it's got like a spring-loaded 510 on top. What could I throw on here? I don't know what I can throw on here. Let's just throw my dead goat on there. Why not? Just throw a dead goat on here and see what happens. See what comes back. So this is... Wow. Okay, that looks slick. That looks cool as shit on there. That's the dead goat on top of the Soul Keeper from Uwell. Clicky button on the bottom. Let's see if it's going to fire. Yeah. Oh. 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 Look at that. Look at that hot firing action. Let's give it a try. Yeah. This is awesome. It's a little bit bittersweet trying out this Soul Keeper because, look, I'm not saying I had the idea for this, but I had the idea for this like in 2015, and nobody wanted to do it. Nobody. not a person that I talked to, not a vendor that I talked to, not a Chinese manufacturer that I talked to. Nobody was into it. I was like, a mech, but it's regulated with like a clicky button on the bottom and safety features built in. Nobody was into it. No, everyone said the same thing. No one will buy it. No one will buy it. People either want a mech or they want a regulated mod. They don't want a mech that functions like a regulated mod. I said, I do. Well, Uwell thought it was a good idea because here it is. It's banging and it's hitting hard. It's hitting hard. And I understand this isn't a mech, right? It's not mechanical. There's no mechanics going on here. It's not a contact hitting another contact. This is a completely wired switch. It's got to be a wired switch in there. It has to be, because there has to be a chip in there. This is a tactile switch because there's a chip in there. Because it protects against things like over discharge and reverse battery protection and all sorts of stuff. And mostly, God, I just love a clicky button. I love clicky buttons, and I love mechs. But not mechs don't ever have that clicky button. With the exception of the Monarch, I've never had a mod or a mech that has that clicky button. This has a clicky button on it. It is just slick. Look at that cool Uwell logo on the bottom. And it's clicky. It's like a clicky tactile button. It almost feels like this, like that clicky Vape V200 clicky button. I'm very happy right now. And it just vapes. It just vapes so damn good. Here. Cloud check cam. Damn. All right. Well, shit. Really good job, Uwell. I mean, obviously, this is my first, 5 minutes with this, but the fact that I can put a 21700 in here, I can put my dead goat on top, and I have a clicky, regulated, unregulated tube mech that's not a mech, that has a clicky button that fires my RDA, that is the same form factor as a nice mech. It feels like a nice mech. And it's just got that clicky fucking button on the bottom. Yeah, there's the LED right there. Boosh, LED, green LED right on top. Here, I didn't even give it a chance to focus. I was just too impatient. Green LED right there. Good shit. All right. Well, thanks, Uwell. I'm stoked on this Soul Keeper. I want to see the other finishes. And I am very honestly really stoked about that Valerian 2. I do have a video. I do have a video for the Valerian 1 up on my YouTube that I shot forever ago. And I loved that sub-ohm tank. I didn't, there was that little... kind of whatever weird conical screws that kind of butt pluggy looking things that kind of went through the middle of the coil head that were supposed to give you like a little bit different of a vape. I didn't really find much benefit in those, but I did like the tank and I did like the coil heads, and I'm excited to try out that Valerian 2. And right now I'm excited about the Soul Keeper. It's keeping my soul. That was a point. I don't know. Let's check the resistance. I don't remember what the resistance was on this, if I'm being completely, truly honest. But let's check it. I have a regulated mod right here. Let's check it. New load. Yeah, 0.08. 0.08. I had it at 190 watts on that. No, I didn't. It was not at 190 watts. 0.08. Single 21700. Boom roasted. All right, damn. Well, that's kick-ass. I'm really excited about that. I'm really overly very excited about that. Wow, that's crazy. So now that we're getting really into this vlog, I mean really into it, I want to make some time to talk about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge real quickly. And I promise for my non-Star Wars fans, we're not going to spend a whole mess of time on this, but I would like to finally fit in a getting to know GrimmGreen. So let's do it now. Hey, Deborah Connor from the chat. I saw your question. They are available on recoilrda.com. It's not the full snake bite. It's this sort of modified snake bite. I don't remember exactly what we were calling it, but it's essentially a snake bite airflow repeated many, many times in sort of an arcing fashion, but it's still a thick top cap, so they still point down at your coils. It's just stellar if you want to pick one up. Dude, this Soul Keeper, it's kind of impressing me. It's kind of impressing me as much as that Vaporesso Gen did. These two items that I got in the Vape Mail this week surprised me, just came out of nowhere. I love it. I love it. Yep. Yep. All the clouds. And I don't know if anybody can tell me what tank this piece came from, but it was on the ground and I don't know where it came from. I don't know if anybody recognizes this. Is that from an RTA? I don't know. It's just a weird metal piece, but I can't rid myself of it because I know I'm going to need it later. And that's just a whole bunch of whatever. There you go. The goat nibble airflow. The goat nibble airflow. All right, cool. So getting to know GrimmGreen. I want to talk about Galaxy's Edge. I want to talk about Star Wars. Just for a hot minute. It's not going to be like, I'm not talking about Star Wars for hours and hours, but if you've been following my YouTube for any number of weeks now, or if you're brand new, I'm a huge Star Wars fan. I just am. There's no way around it. I'm unapologetic about it. I buy Stormtrooper helmets. I have a Kylo Ren helmet. I have 2 Stormtrooper helmets. I have a Stormtrooper tattooed on my GD throat. I'm a pretty large Star Wars fan. And in my opinion, IMO, there's very little that Star Wars can do wrong. I just enjoy it. And I enjoy it on a different level. I enjoy it on a crazy, stupid, nerdy, nostalgic. Star Wars has always been there for me. I love Star Wars. They're the greatest movies of all time, and I just love them. And I love that Disney bought Lucasfilm. That just makes me stoked because I loved The Force Awakens, and I adore The Last Jedi. I know The Last Jedi gets a lot of hate out there. I'm not one of them. I'm not part of it. I loved The Last Jedi. I don't love all of The Last Jedi, but I love The Last Jedi. And in fact, some of my favorite scenes in Star Wars, period, are in The Last Jedi. I have a deep, deep admiration for Star Wars. Someday we're going to talk about Disneyland, and then you'll see me really have a deep admiration for something. But right now we're talking about Star Wars. Hang on, uno momento. Chat says the spare part. Oh, that's for the diesel RDA. Okay, good looking out, Danielle. Good Lord. I don't know where I'd be without you, Danielle. I appreciate that. So this is for the diesel RDA. So I'll just set it here until I can find the diesel RDA boxes. Very much appreciate that. Very much appreciate that. Very much appreciate it. Sorry, I had to respond to Dwayne. So Star Wars. So I'm just a real big fan of Star Wars. Don't know if I can state that enough. Just a real big fan of Star Wars. When I heard that Disneyland, one of my favorite places that exists in the known universe, was opening up a Star Wars themed land called Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, my head just exploded. I didn't even know what to do with myself. I was overjoyed. I was over the moon. I thought, what? Finally? Like, there's going to be a Star Wars ride. There's going to be Star Wars land, like a theme park land that is nothing but Star Wars, and it's being done by Disney. Sign me up. Sign me up. Take whatever money you want. You want my soul, Disney? Have it. I will gladly give up my soul to Disney and Star Wars. Just have it. I was overjoyed. And I'm in the Disneyland like fandom. I'm part of it. I love it. I have a super secret Disneyland Instagram account that I haven't told anybody about that I've been doing that I love. And I got to go to Galaxy's Edge on Tuesday. And the way they did it, and this is going to be the boring part for everybody, the way they did it was with reservations. So you had to make a reservation to visit the land. And when you made your reservation, they gave you a 4-hour window, basically. So me and Casey Pickle got a reservation for Tuesday the 4th, 4 days after Galaxy's Edge opened. And we got to go to Galaxy's Edge from 8 p.m. to midnight on the 4th. And it was the greatest 4 hours of the year so far. So far. And like I said, I'm in the Disneyland fandom. I follow the blogs. I follow the Mice Chat. I follow Fresh Baked. I follow Matterhorn Matt. I like all these YouTube guys that do Disney stuff. And I've been geeking out watching them construct this land, because you can see it from satellite images and you see the blueprints for it and you see it from inside Disneyland. Like when we go to Disneyland and I'm riding Big Thunder Mountain and you get to the top and you can peek and you can kind of see some of Galaxy's Edge and you go, Galaxy's Edge is right there. And then they're like, they're building a full-size movie-accurate Millennium Falcon. And I knew it was going to be there. And then when you walk up on it, just there's nothing that can prepare you for seeing the Millennium Falcon just in person, just seeing it in front of you. It was an unbelievable experience, We were there for 4 hours. Like I said, we walked around, we got some food, we drank some blue milk. We went into the droid factory where you can build your own droids. We didn't build any droids. We couldn't build any lightsabers, but they have a lightsaber building, this whole like attraction that you go through and you build a lightsaber. They have one attraction open right now that is the Millennium Falcon ride. It's called Smuggler's Run, and it's really very fun. There's a term in the Disneyland world and in the Disneyland fandom called an e-ticket attraction. An e-ticket attraction is like the top creme de la creme, biggest, baddest attractions there. It's like Indiana Jones is an e-ticket attraction, meaning it's big and long, and people wait hours and hours. Or the Cars Land ride, right? Cars Land, I've never seen that line longer or shorter than like 90 minutes. People just will wait all day to ride cars. E-ticket attraction. I don't think that Smuggler's Run is really like an e-ticket attraction, but it's really, really very fun. You pilot the Millennium Falcon, and I'm not joking that you pilot it. Casey Pickles sat down in the pilot seat and was flying the Millennium Falcon, and you pull up on the little controls, and you fly up, and you push down, and you dive down, and then the guy next to you is controlling side to side, and you go, oh shit, we're flying the Falcon right now. And I was a gunner, and I had guns and buttons, and I was shooting TIE fighters, and you have to get the coaxium, and then when you get 2 containers of coaxium, you can get back to the base, and you're on this little mission. If you're a Star Wars fan, even a passing Star Wars fan, go. You have to go. You have to. You have to go. There's stormtroopers walking around. Chewbacca was walking around. Kylo Ren was there. It's really focused on a lot of like the newer Star Wars stuff, but they have a full-size Millennium Falcon there. They have loads of just running the gamut of all the Star Wars. Like they have prequel stuff there, they have legacy stuff there, they have new stuff there. It's a really interactive, really visually immersive area. You know, if you're on the Smuggler's Run ride and you do something wrong, like let's say you crash your Falcon into a spice freighter or something, and your ride ends, which is a thing that can do. You can crash the Falcon and have your ride end. If that happens, let's say you crash into a spice freighter, when you go into the cantina, the bartender behind the cantina is going to go, I heard the first order's looking for you after you crashed into that spice freighter. And you go, what? The first order's looking for me? And they go, yeah, you might want to be careful. It's like a story by just being there. It's incredible. It's easily the most fun I've had in years. As a Star Wars fan, it's almost everything I've ever wanted. I'm excited about the future possibilities of this land. It's so expansive and big and so well themed. They're opening another attraction, Rise of the Resistance, later this year that I'm overly excited about. But since I've been to Galaxy's Edge, I've just been thinking about Galaxy's Edge. Thinking about the next time I'm going to go back. Thinking about riding Smuggler's Run again. And this isn't just, I know a lot of people are like, theme parks, right? I get it. Disneyland isn't like a theme park. When you're waiting in line for the Smuggler's Run, you're surrounded by really interesting things to look at, and the queue moves really fast, and you kind of go in and out, and then you end up on the Millennium Falcon in that, like, you can sit at the chess table, you can sit at the gunner things. They just let you wander around the Falcon, like, and look at whatever you want. And then when they call you, you go around the corner and you go into the cabin, like the control room cabin of the Falcon. And it's like walking into a movie. And I realize that a lot of theme parks do try to do that, but no one has done it as well as Disney, and nobody has done it as well as Galaxy's Edge. Galaxy's Edge makes Harry Potter Land in Universal Studios look like a carnival ride. It's on a different level. This is a different level of theme parkness that I've never experienced before. And it's incredible. It's just top to bottom, left to right. Incredible. Okay, I'm gonna be done. I'm done talking about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. But honestly, if any of my subscribers, fans, the Yo-Yo Cool Kids Club, whatever, the Grimm Army, whatever we call ourselves these days, if you are even a passive Star Wars fan, you really owe it to yourself to get to Galaxy's Edge and experience it, because it's bananas. And if you shoot me an email and you're like, hey, I'm going to be in Disneyland, I'm going to Galaxy's Edge on this date, chances are I will try to crash your vacation and join you. That's how much I want to go back. That's how much I want to go back. It's crazy. So, okay, I just had to get that out. I've had so many thoughts about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge that I haven't really been able to get out there. And now they're out there, and I appreciate it. Thank you guys all for bearing with me. But seriously, go to Galaxy's Edge. Let's have it. Angela Garrity, I'm down. Let's have a yo-yo meetup at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. We'll ride Smuggler's Run, and it'll be amazing. And, nothing, like I said, nothing prepares you for seeing the Falcon. Nothing prepares you for walking down that corridor that feels like you're in the movie, stepping through that archway into the cockpit with the glass, and you can see like a loading dock, and you're like, I am on the Millennium Falcon, and we're about to fly it. That's like, I could go back and high five 8-year-old Nick Green and just be like, bro, one day you're going to fly the Millennium Falcon. No shit. At Disneyland. It's what I've been waiting for my whole life, and I finally got to do it, and it's freaking awesome. Just freaking awesome. Anyway, let's move past that. Let's get out of Star Wars. Let's do... I would like to randomly taste a liquid. This is going to be a confusing liquid, but let's taste it. Okay. Where'd I go? The cap to my RDA, the cap to my Mike Vapes Rebirth. No, Recurve RDA, freshly loaded up with some Cotton Bacon Prime M-Turk coil on the inside. It's sitting on top of my Mass Mods Squonker, and this is very standard liquid tasting rules here. I'm going to vape it. I'm going to describe it. If I like it, it's going in the bottle. If I don't like it, it's not going in the bottle, and it goes back onto the shelf to go to someone else who might appreciate it more than me. So what I have today is just a bottle of liquid. And I know that in the thumbnail and in the title it said unlabeled, but it is labeled, so that might have been a little bit of a clickbait right there. But I genuinely focus on my bottle. Focus on my bottle. I genuinely don't know where this liquid came from. It just says OMGRB on it. OMGRB. OMGRB. It's from TI Vapor in somewhere, Ohio. Conneaut, Ohio? What? What? Conneaut, Ohio. Conneaut? Is Conneaut, Ohio a place? Oh my God, root beer. It could be oh my God, root beer. It could be oh my God, root beer. I have no idea. I believe I got this in a Vape Mail segment. Oh my God, root beer. I know there's a story behind this. I know there's a story behind this, but I don't quite know what it is. So here's the question that I'm going to pass off to you guys. If this is you, not question, I guess statement. If this is you, if you sent me this, please let me know either in the chat right now or in the comments down below, because I would like to give proper credit to wherever OMGRB came from. And Ken, that makes a lot of sense. Oh my God, root beer. It's been sitting for about 2 weeks now. I'm just going to give it a little knuckle test. Oh, snap. Okay, that's not just root beer. That's root beer. That's root beer and something. I don't know what's going on here. I'm fascinated by that knuckle taste, though. That was not what I was expecting. If this is a root beer, which I think it is a root beer, it might be an awesome root beer. That was a root beer flavor that I had not tasted before, that I had not had before. Yeah, Mike Vapes, Recurve. Yeah. What's up, peeps? Mike Vapes here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Rebirth Rta. All right, here we go. Omagarub. So let's just it says 3 milligram on it. Let's try some Omagarb. I don't know what's going on here. So, okay, the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to sit back and I'm going to vape this just for a second. So the first thing I'm going to do is this. Okay. All right. This is like the best root beer I've ever had. And it bums me out that I don't know where it came from or even what it's called. It's obviously Oh My God root beer. But it's like a root beer. It's like a root beer with something else in it. It's more like a sarsaparilla type of, it almost tastes like a hair gingery, like it's ginger ale and root beer. Really bizarre. Sweet. It's approaching the sweetness fence. It's approaching my sweetness fence. If anything's on the fence or over the fence, it's like, no, I'm sorry, that's just too sweet for me. I'm old now. For some reason, sweetness is going down. But this is like, it's that level of sweetness that's kind of like just approaching that fence. It's very root beery. It's very sarsaparilla-y. I'm convinced there's some sort of ginger component to this. There's a gingery component. There's a gingery component to it. Man, it's weird. This is a weird liquid. Weird liquid. It's root beer. And now I'm just repeating myself, right? Like, how many fucking times can I say root beer? It's like root beer and sarsaparilla, and it's pretty sweet. Like, it's on the sweetness scale. I don't even know what to say. It's very sweet. It's easily the best root beer that I've had. Maybe not the best root beer I've ever had. One of my favorite root beers from Bonsai is called River Float, and it's a real nice, like, root beer float type of vanilla root beer, and it's just fantastic. This is real close to that. Real sweet, real root beery, real, almost like sarsaparilla-y. In fact, I'm kind of having a weird, like, time distortion thing right now, because one of the first liquids that really was successful for me in getting me off of tobacco cigarettes was a root beer flavor. And this is like, it's borderline almost that same root beer flavor that I remember from way back in 2009. Like, it kind of tastes like that same exact root beer. It's really tripping me out. I like this. I'm going to say I like it. I'm going to say it's legit. I'm going to say this is going in the bottle. OMGRB. Who would have thought that just some random liquid that I have in my cabinet called Omgerb, and it's because it reminds me of that first root beer that I had that was really the catalyst for getting me off of cigarettes. I fully credit root beer flavor for getting me off of cigarettes, because before that I was doing like clove flavor, tobacco flavors, and then I finally got a root beer and I was like, all right, here we go. Let's quit smoking with root beer. And that's what this reminds me of. It's a very nostalgic flavor to me. I like it. I'm going to say it's going in the bottle. It's going in the bottle. Thank you so much to whoever sent this to me. I will give you proper credit if you identify yourself, but this is a great root beer. This is a great root beer that's going in the bottle. It's going in the bottle. It's going in the bottle. I love that. I like that liquid so much. Let me just have one more pull on it before we end this segment, because I want to talk about some news and advocacy next. I want to talk about some news and advocacy next. I want to do that actually You want to do it right now? All right, let's do some news and advocacy. Why can't I find the bumper? Hey! Okay, so I wanted to talk about this thing that I saw on Twitter, and this involves Michigan, and I don't know if any of my subscribers are in the Michigan area, but this directly relates to you. I'm going to say the J word now, but it's not. I'm not meaning to, because this was posted on Twitter by a company called Moose Juice Vape Shops. Moose Juice Vape Shops. Moose Juice Vape Shops. They posted, "Oh my God, we did it. Michigan Governor Whitmer signed SB 106. This bill calls vaping an alternative nicotine product. It's not tobacco." That's huge. That's huge. That's a huge first step, but I'm really interested to see more so where this goes. So every state and federally even, vapor products are considered tobacco products. That's why they can say things like, even though smoking rates are at an all-time low, overall tobacco use is up. That's why they can say things like that, because tobacco use includes vapor products, which is a bullshit equivalency. It's not a tobacco product. There's no tobacco in this product. And I hate that they say that. I hate that they say smoking rates are at an all-time low, but overall tobacco use is up. Well, yeah, because all of those vapors just quit deadly combustible tobacco cigarettes in favor of far, far less harmful vapor products. So that's, if you want to say overall tobacco use is up, you can say that. You're just wrong. You're just being disingenuous with that kind of terminology. But in Michigan, vapor products are not officially, because of SB 106, they are not a tobacco product. They have been given their own special designation as an alternative nicotine product. Clap for Michigan. Clap. Governor Whitmer signed this. But wait, there's more. So this he signed this. He signed this really reluctantly. And from what I can understand is it wasn't necessarily Governor Whitmer that was like, no, we're not going to call vapor products a tobacco product. We're going to give it its own designation as an alternative tobacco product. It wasn't really up to him. And what I'm going to read right now is a press release from the office of the governor in Michigan, dated June 4th, 2019, Michigan Senate, State Capitol, Lansing, Michigan. This is Governor Whitmer's letter, essentially, to the senators of that state. And it kind of gives a little bit more insight into how this got passed, why this got passed, and why the governor signed it, and why he's actually not excited about it. And that's the part, sorry, I know that this started off awesome and kind of became a bummer. That's the part that kind of frightens me a little bit, but we're going to read this together. So he wrote, Gretchen Whitmer. Oh, wait, did I just assume that Gretchen Whitmer was a man? I should not have done that. Gretchen Whitmer. She signed this. She's the governor of Michigan. She signed this very, very, very reluctantly. Very, very, super, very reluctantly. So we're going to read this right now. Senators, today I sign with significant reservations Senate Bills 106 and 155. Even right out of the gate, with significant reservations, she signs Bills 106 and 155. Youth use of e-cigarettes has become a public health crisis. Right out of the gate, first lie, sorry, youth use of e-cigarettes has become a public health crisis. Whatever you say, Gretchen Whitmer. In 2018, 21% of American high school students and 5% of middle school students, children as young as 12, reported having used e-cigarettes or other vape products in the last 30 days. Now, that statement, I feel is actually pretty accurate. There is a lot of experimentation going on. As far as regular users go, the number is much, much lower, and this is all in the National Youth Tobacco Survey CDC report. The data's there. They're just misrepresenting it just a little bit. All these rates are climbing fast, fueled by the availability of flavors akin to Fruit Loops, Fanta, and Nilla wafers, just to name a few. E-cigarette sales to high school students increased 78% between 2017 and 2018. I don't know how she can say that or type that with a straight face, because even typing that sentence kind of gives you pause. It's a little bit of a red flag. So you assume that in 2017, only what's that make that? Less than 20% of high school students were vaping, and now in 2018, if it rose 78%, that's more than 100%. So you have more than 100% of your high school students using vapor products between 2017 and 2018. I don't feel like that math adds up, but that's not for me to say. Behind the candy taste, however, is a product that hooks kids and adults alike. So now she's worried about adults. E-cigarettes can deliver nicotine more than twice as quickly as tobacco cigarettes. That's not actually true either. Recent research has found that children who used e-cigarettes were more than 4 times more likely to try smoking tobacco cigarettes. That's not true either. That's a lie. And nearly 3 times more likely to become regular smokers within 2 years. That's also, clearly a lie. I posted about it on Twitter today. Clearly a lie. Michigan is in no position to take the public health risks presented by e-cigarettes lightly. According to the United States Surgeon General, who is again very wrong and very misinformed, the above average rates of high school and adult smoking in our state indicate that an estimated 213,000 kids now under 18 will ultimately die prematurely as a result of smoking. Let's read that one more time. The above average rates of high school and adult smoking in our state indicates that an estimated 213,000 kids now under 18 will die prematurely as a result of smoking. God damn, it's crazy. It's too bad there's not a readily accessible, insanely effective product that could get people off of cigarettes. Damn. The legislation I signed today amends the Youth Tobacco Act to make it illegal for retailers to sell e-cigarettes and other non-traditional nicotine products to minors, and illegal for minors to use these products. But instead of making clear that Michigan tobacco control laws, including its tobacco taxes, public smoking bans, and advertising restrictions, apply to e-cigarettes, it muddies the waters. SB 106 creates 2 new categories of nicotine products: vapor products and alternative nicotine products, and restricts youth access to them. In so doing, separates e-cigarettes from the definition of tobacco products. In that way, it could be used to exempt these products from... Okay, hang on. In doing so, it separates e-cigarettes from the definition of tobacco products in a way that could be used to exempt these products from evidence-based tobacco control. That is a mistake, but it's a mistake confined to the Youth Tobacco Act and does not extend to the rest of Michigan's tobacco control laws. In 2016, the FDA took a historical step in deeming non-traditional nicotine products like e-cigarettes to be subject to the same tobacco product regulations as cigarettes, roll-your-own tobacco, and smokeless tobacco. That rule makes good sense. The liquid nicotine that hooks e-cigarette users usually comes from the very same tobacco leaf as the contents of a traditional rolled cigarette. Okay, that's where I'm going to pause real quick, just real quick. That's a false equivalency. That's what we call a false equivalency in the world. So she's saying that because the nicotine that is in these e-liquids could come from a tobacco leaf, it doesn't all come from tobacco leaves, but it can come from tobacco leaves because we're taking the nicotine out of that tobacco leaf and we're putting it in a liquid that liquid is still a tobacco product because the nicotine came from a tobacco leaf. That's some grade A bullshit. That's some mental gymnastics right there. That's ridiculous. That is something that sticks in my craw. So that's like saying that soda, all caffeinated soda, is a coffee product. Because you know where soda companies get their caffeine for their products? That's right, from coffee companies who decaffeinate their coffees and then send that caffeine to soda companies. So if you're going to call vapor products a tobacco product because nicotine is in it, then we should reclassify all sodas as a coffee product because caffeine is in it. Do you see the mental gymnastics you have to do in order to make that scenario work? It doesn't. As governor, I am committed to protecting public health. There is no doubt that keeping nicotine out of the kids is one of the most powerful ways to fulfill that commitment. E-cigarettes were initially marketed as a tool to help smokers avoid the harmful effects of inhaling tobacco smoke. Today, that pitch looks like a bait and switch. The marketing, packaging, and taste of e-cigarettes are perfectly designed to create new nicotine addicts who then convert to lifelong smokers at alarming rates. Oh my God. I just want to pull my goddamn hair out. Converting them to lifelong smokers at alarming rates? Is smoking still at the lowest rate it's ever been in the history of time? Is that still a thing? Is youth smoking rates still at the lowest they have ever been in the history of time? Is that still a thing? Has vaping been around in the world for the better part of a decade now? By that math, and it's not difficult, we should be seeing, or we should have seen, right around the beginning of 2017, like a tidal wave of new smokers. If she's being truthful and accurate, then every vapor that started vaping in 2014, by 2016, should have been smoking cigarettes again. But what has actually happened? Smoking rates are at the lowest they've ever been. Youth smoking rates are at the lowest they've ever been. Tobacco stocks are at the lowest they have ever been. Tobacco sales are at the lowest they have ever been. So yeah, Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, she may have reluctantly signed this and categorized vapor products as a alternative nicotine product, but she did it with no information. She did it completely reluctantly. And from what I understand, this was a thing that she was kind of forced to sign. Otherwise, XYZ things included in this bill would have been put off another legislative season, and that would have affected the state of Michigan as a whole. Things like, there's I don't know if this was an omnibus bill, but there's like those like big omnibus bills, and I don't even know if that's the term for them, omnibus bills, where they throw in as much as they can into one bill. It's like what they did in Florida with the offshore oil drilling and the flavor ban. It's like, let's have both of those things in one bill. This is that situation in Michigan. This was a bill that she kind of had to sign. She has reservations about it. She's signing it reluctantly. And that makes me wonder about the future of Michigan. Are they suddenly going to start taxing alternative nicotine products at a comparable rate, maybe as tobacco or higher than tobacco? Separating these out is a really, really good thing for distinction, right? Vaping and tobacco are two different things, but now they can be treated two different ways. And you can treat tobacco differently than you treat nicotine. And you could be harder, if you wanted to, on alternative nicotine products than you are on tobacco. Or you could be harder on tobacco than you are on alternative nicotine products. This is all just speculation, conjecture, but Michigan's the first state, the first state to separate tobacco and vapor products. And I thought that was worth mentioning. I just thought that was worth mentioning. I'm going to keep an eye on what's going on in Michigan, and I'll report back if there's anything new or anything going on. But thank you, I guess, Governor Whitmer for signing that. Thank you, Moose Juice Vape Shops, for posting that on Twitter. Really very much appreciate it. And that's where we're at. That's the state of vaping in the state of Michigan. Interesting. Really interesting stuff. I don't like that governor at all. Dislike governor a lot. Well, we only got about 10 minutes left. So damn it. Let's just do shit. All right, we're going to be running a little bit long tonight because I have a really great retro vaping that I want to do. Oh, I already ruined it. Oh, you already saw it. Damn it. You already saw my retro vape. All right, I got a retro vaping that I want to do, and then we're gonna get to some super chat after that. So right now, let's just let's do this. Let's do retro vaping. All right. Well, I have a retro vape here. In one of the recent Instagram live streams with the Cool Kids Club, I was going through a bunch of mod boxes and like digging out some old retro vape stuff. And this was just one of them that I pulled out. In fact, one more time, shout out to Thomas Crow. It was his idea. I was talking about a retro vape. He's like, "Why don't you do the Switch?" So that's where we ended up. Does anybody on Earth recognize this MechMod RDA combo? This is the Switch MechMod, Switch RDA on top. This was sold as a kit. I picked this up at Niagara Falls, VPX Niagara Falls. Switch Mods was there. This is just a single 18650 aluminum MechMod with a little 3-post banger RDA on top. I have this dumb. Here, let me try to zoom in on this. I've got this like super dumb little round wire build on there. You see that? That's what I was vaping on this. I think that's 24 gauge Camphal, maybe 24 gauge Naya Chrome, 24 gauge something, little Ruby build, little 8 wrap in there. And I'm going to keep this build in there, and we're going to vape this. I got some cotton bacon prime. I'm going to throw some cotton bacon prime in here. I'm going to throw an 18650 in here. This mech was the lightest weight thing that has ever existed. I mean, you want to talk about borrowing designs? Switch Mods was doing the knurling on their mods before anybody else. Single 18650. It's aluminum, and it's the weirdest, like lightest weight thing I've ever had. And what the Switch Mods really, their big claim to fame was, they were the first to do like those like mech RDA and make it look real cool. They had a whole mess of color mods anodized in the rainbow of colors, and you could get matchy or non-matchy RDAs with different top caps. I picked out the green and the blue, or the green and the black, because I don't know, GrimmGreen, green, black, it's kind of what I do. But hey, these are glowing. We're gonna vape these coils. This is a true retro vaping. I don't think I could put anything else inside of this RDA, because those post holes, like I said, this is 2015. This is before, the widespread use of aliens. This is before the widespread use of fused Claptons. We're basically still all kind of vaping round wire a little bit. And so the post holes in this RDA, real tiny little post holes in there, man. And I think these are, let me measure these. What's the diameter of these coils? 1.5 millimeters. 1.5 millimeter diameter coils. So I'm going to need to use the tiniest little piece of cotton bacon prime here. I do need to wick this up. It should be quick and easy. I'm going to have to go Russian terrorist for a second, take my glasses off. Wow. That's a tight fit. I'm not used to wicking 1.5 millimeter coils. I can't remember the last time I used a coil that was this narrow, like that small. All right. One's in. Let's keep this party going. As far as the liquid goes, let's do another random liquid tasting. Let's try Outer Limits. Let's try the Outer Limits 80 on the off-ramp from British Eyes. British Eyes and the accidental beer shotgun. All right. Well, that was a lot easier to wick than I thought it would be. Just like that. I'm gonna take my flathead screwdriver. This is old school. I still do this I did this with the Ocula. I did this with the Passage. You know, you do the tuck it under and fold. It's just how I wick. It's just how I like to wick. Now, the problem that I used to run into with these types of ruby builds, we call it a ruby build, like a 7 or 8 wrap, 2 millimeter, 24 gauge. It's a ruby build. The problem that I used to run into with these ruby builds was you would get coil collapse. You'd get cotton collapse because they're these tight little micro coils, and they would just heat up exponentially and sometimes collapse your cotton in the middle. And it was one of those things. Okay, we're not going to do that. We're just going to put some Boule Bolu on this because Boule Bolu. Am I saying that right, Beecher? I hope you guys are watching the vlog. I mean, you don't have to. I'm not the boss of you, Beecher. But I'm going to juice up these coils. I'm going to try some Boule Bolu. And I have not vaped this setup, I think, since 2015. I don't think I vaped this setup since then. Oh, that is chucking some tits, bro. Pfft. Say what you want. Round wire in a switch mod. It's a tit chucker. All right, I'm going to need to move some of this cotton out of the way. When you have these really tiny micro coils, it's really easy for your cotton to kind of just fold over and cover it, and that's what you don't want happening. But it's cranking. No adjustable airflow, just a knurled top cap with one big slot on it, and that's it. There was no adjustments, no nothing. You got the airflow you got was the airflow you got, and even with the RDA attached and a battery in here, it's still like the most obscenely lightweight thing I've ever had. Yeah, 6 wraps, 2 millimeter, 26 gauge Kanthal every time for 6 years. You know what? I did very similar things to that. I was a big fan of 24 and 22 gauge anarchist wire, and I would just do round wire builds on round wire builds on round wire builds. In fact, my favorite thing to do with Kanthal or anarchist, fuck it, 22 millimeters, 22 gauge Niachrome anarchist, 3.5 millimeter, 9 wrap on the Sub-Ohm Innovation Sub-Zero RDA. That was it. That was my banger. I loved that. I loved having a thick wire coil just honking across there. I just loved it. So here we go. Switch mod. Boule Bolu. Cheers. Let's retro vape. It's vaping. It is vaping, and it is pretty bad. Okay, so the airflow on this is banging. It's smoother than I remember it. It's just one slot. There's no way to adjust it. It came with its own proprietary top cap drip tip. Like, this drip tip does not come out of here. It's about an 810 bore, but this is before 810 was even a thing. Nobody was doing 810. This was 810 basically that you couldn't remove. Knurled top cap, knurled body, grippy, had a recessed button. You're not going to be able to see this, but the button It doesn't quite come flush to the bottom. It's kind of very slightly recessed in there, and it's got like it's got a pretty solid travel. Like that button goes in there quite a ways. But I always just liked that it wasn't flush. I liked that button was so recessed like that. It was just very cool. It's very cool to just press it and hold it. It's vaping good. Hang on, let me put this cotton bacon away. It's vaping fine. It's vaping satisfactorily. Here's the first thing I noticed. The flavor on this, you just waffle stomp that through the drain. Terrible flavor. Really very bad flavor. This is Bole Bolu. This is a juice. Shit. I said it! I thought I was going to get through one full vlog. Didn't quite happen, did it? So, the flavor on this is Crud Level 9000. I get a little bit of banana, but it mostly kind of tastes like air, VG a little bit of banana. I don't know if these were known for flavor, and I'm assuming, we might be able to go back and watch my old Switch Mod review that I did. I don't know what I said about the flavor, but comparatively to a 2019 flavor, like comparing it to the Passage RDA that has the same liquid in it, it's like night and day. Yeah, that Passage RDA tastes beautiful. Switch RDA? Nope. It's not there. Flavor is not there. I could almost think, if I didn't know any better, I would say I was vaping a completely different liquid. It tastes so different in this. But the build is holding up. It's nice and warm. It's clouds, bro, clouds. This airflow is smooth. This mech is hitting hard. And with the exception of the flavor, this is just as good as anything I have on my desk right now. I'm going to do a side-by-side with a Dead Goat and the Soul Keeper and an old 2015 Switch Mod. Okay, that's rocking. Okay, that's substantially less rocking. So it might not be as good as anything I have on my desk, but I am kind of honestly shocked that it's still vaping this well. The contacts are still quite clean. 18650s brand new. I don't know the resistance of this. Let's check the resistance of this atomizer. I don't know what this Ruby build came out to. I'm assuming it's going to be maybe like a 0.2, something like that. New load. Yeah, 0.19. 0.19 Ruby build, working perfectly on this switch. Crazy. All right, I'm going to keep this around just for a little bit. And the Switch mods had a fairly high asking price, but they weren't actually really nice mods. It's aluminum, feels flimsy, feels cheap, feels real lightweight, comparatively to something that would garner a similar asking price today would be much higher quality. These were expensive back in the day, but they worked, and they kind of had a pretty loyal following. Switch mods had a real nice following. I don't know what happened to Switch mods, but I got one. I got one for the Vaping Smithsonian one day when we open the Vaping Smithsonian. We can have an authentic Switch mods in there. Yeah, ST's original hip. Back in the day when flavor and cloud production rarely went hand in hand. It was always a trade-off. You either got good flavor or you got a lot of clouds. That perfectly describes 2015 vaping. And in this case, it's a lot of clouds with just, damn it, not that much flavor. Not that much flavor. All right. Well, there you go, Switch mods. You go back into the archives to wait for another, I don't know, 4 years, 5 years. We'll pull you back out again. We'll retro vape you. I mean, that's assuming that I'm doing the vlog in 5 years. Fingers crossed that I'm still here in 5 years doing the vlog. All right. Shit, we're already over time. Let's just, I'm not going to do any favorite comments of the week this week. I'm not going to do any vape mail, viewer mails this week. What I would like to get to, because I've seen them coming in hot, we're just going to wrap this vlog up. Let's super chat. I want to be able to get through all of these super chats before 7 p.m., before 6:45. I want to try to get these done in I'm going to take all the time I need. I don't want to rush through these, but I want to try to get them done. First super chat out of the week. So, okay, first of all, thank you guys for coming out. Really appreciate it. This has been a great vlog, and I've just had a really, really fucking good time tonight. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the super chat. Let's do this. Let's do the damn thing. Let's do the damn thing, super chat. Big Rig, first one out of the gate. Can you make some waffle stomp shirts with the Grim Army? You know what, Big Rig? Maybe for the patrons. We haven't introduced the rest of the world quite yet to what waffle stomping is, so maybe only the Cool Kids Club would probably appreciate waffle stomping. Go on Google if you want to. Look up waffle stomping, but I've warned you not to do that. Not the real Gerard Butler, very gracious of you. Yo, greetings from Waco, Texas tonight. All right, not the real Gerard Butler, greetings from Los Angeles, California tonight. Steve, very gracious of you. Good day, Nick. Thank you for all you do, mate. Could I please get a shout out to Vapor Eyes, the best vape shop in Australia, from Adelaide, South Australia. Cheers, bro. Absolutely. Vapor Eyes. You are now officially the best vape shop in Australia. How does it feel? Congratulations. Tim J, very gracious of you. South Dakota, after some somewhat hurried process, lawmakers voted to treat e-cigs the same as combustible tobacco products when used in public places. That's whatever. That's ridiculous. Thank you, very gracious of you, Tim J. Sorry to hear that about South Dakota. This is my thought process right now as far as vaping and vape legislation and how all this is going to shake out. It's going to get a lot worse before it gets any better, but it is going to get better. They can't run from the science forever, and the fact that other countries like the United Kingdom, like New Zealand, are actually embracing vaping as a form of tobacco harm reduction and are seeing their cigarette sales plummet and their smoking rates plummet. That gives me hope. That gives me hope that the science is there and they can't run from it forever. They're going to try. Look, they're going to try, but they can't. They can't run from it forever. It's like Thanos. It's inevitable. Travis, very gracious of you. Yo, cool kid. Let's keep on vaping. Love you, bro. Love you, Travis. Appreciate that. Scrapwood Original. Couple of names. Pickle Nick. Hey, look, Dwayne. I'm Pickle Nick. Pickle Nick. Yep. Yeah, Danielle Jones. She did that great Pickle Nick drawing. I'll put that up. I'll reposting that on my Instagram soon. Tim J, one more time. My apartment building banned vaping. How do they know if I'm vaping in my own apartment? That's the thing, Tim J. A lot of these rules, even if it's as simple as an apartment building ban, they can't enforce it. The FDA has no way to enforce their own regulations. They can't even enforce 18 and over purchases, because if they could, then youths wouldn't be vaping. They have no way to enforce that, Tim J. And here's the thing. They've also done that in my apartment building. And you know what? I shoot a vlog in my apartment building, and I vape my face off in my apartment building. It's an unenforceable rule. They want you to comply with the fear that you might get in trouble by some unseen, all-seeing eye who's going to watch you all the time. It's ridiculous. Anthony, very gracious of you. Please shout out Brandon Shields. It's his birthday. We work together at Vapors. Stop smoking or you're going to die. We work together at Vapors. Stop smoking or you're going to die? Wait, is that the name of the shop? Please tell me that's the name of your shop. Okay, anyway, Anthony, you are shouted out, and your buddy Brandon is definitely shouted out. Happy birthday, Brandon. DHD, can I get that camo hat? That's still fucking funny. That's still funny, Jess. I don't know if you're here anymore, Jess, but that's still funny. That would almost take a little bit too long to explain. That's like an inside joke. That's hilarious. All right, maybe I'll tell the camo hat story sometime. Sick boy, dark beer and crackly vape for the win, right? What two things on earth do you want more than a dark beer and a crackly vape? I don't know. That's what I want. Ifer, I love banana and badly want to try the bole bolu. I know. Ifer, it's good. And I'm not trying to make you feel bad or make you want it even more. It's just good. When you vape it, here's what you'll say. You'll be like, fuck, that's good. And I'll be like, yeah, I told you it was good. James, very gracious of you. Hey, Nick, new patron, Yo-Yoy. Thanks for everything, James. Yo-Yoy to yourself, sir. Logan Exhales, very gracious of you. Hope your week has been awesome and your weekend is even better. Can't say thank you enough to you and Ruby for the podcast. It makes my work days better. Stay cloudy, brother. Look, that's all I know how to do at this point is to stay cloudy, Logan Exhales, and I appreciate that. For anybody that's a fan of the podcast, the Culture of Clouds podcast, Thomas Crow started a Culture of Clouds group over on Facebook. It's a private group, but if you're a fan of the podcast, come over and hang out. It's mostly there's a lot of pictures of pets on there because we love pictures of pets, but it's a pretty fun little group, and I just kind of learned that it was a thing, and it's already been going, and I just joined, and it's already fantastic. Anyway, appreciate that, Logan. Thomas Crow. There was a note. The mouth-to-lung fused Claptons are... Oh, I missed your note. Oh, Thomas Crow, I'm sorry I missed your note, bro. There was a note. The mouth-to-lung fused Claptons are 229-gauge nichrome 80 wrapped with 40-gauge nichrome 80. I'm glad it got to you safe. Wow, 40 gauge is... that ain't no joke, man. 40 gauge is hard to work with. I mean, as my brief time as a coil builder, which was about a week... I knew that 40 gauge was hard to work with. One more from Ifer. You nailed my thoughts on the Vaporesso mod. It's a Sigeli 150's spiritual successor. It is. This is 100% the Sigeli 150's spiritual successor. I kind of love this mod. Sorry, Og Vape. Your V200 lasted a good long time, but now I have a Vaporesso Gen, so sorry. One more from Ifer. Sour Vein is dope. Yes, Sour Vein is super, super dope. What's up, Dat Fat Ripper? Nick, I'm going to have to listen to your vids for a while I golf from now on. Turned in 2 holes ago and got a par on each, which I needed. Also rocking an Orion. Dat Fat, am I helping you with your golf game? Am I? Because that's awesome. Remember, keep your body loose and your shoulders tight and your back straight, but relaxed. And swing, I don't know. I know zero about golf. For one more, I was about to comment, bet he stabs the beer right as you did. Oh, I'm so happy for that clip. I am so excited about that clip, you guys. JC Pearson, nothing said. Very gracious of you, bro. There's a shout out. Bump that fist. Michelle Lynn, cut towards your buddy, not towards your beer. Great. Is this a thing that I'm never going to be able to live down? Remember that one time GrimmGreen stabbed a beer and flooded his whole fucking face on camera? Yeah. Cut towards the wall, not your bra. Well, Yeah. Thanks, Pizza Beard. One more from JC Person. Love the vlog and the podcast. Bro, thank you. You get another shout out for liking the vlog and the podcast. Anu, just met with Kent and Turk in Barcelona. You had to come to the expo, man. You're missing the big one. Shout out yourself and both of them. Yeah, I'm bummed I missed the event in Barcelona. I would love to get there next year. Turk invited me, but my schedule, I just couldn't make it happen, and that's a bummer. Ian, you need a Mod Bros mod and a WICT RDA. A Mod Bros mod? I'm not hip to Mod Bros, but I will definitely look into it. Even Ian, if you said I need it, then I need it. Big Rig, one more. How are you dyslexic and read the Uwell that fast? I've learned how to read. It's hard. Like, being a dyslexic person is difficult, and that's the only way I can explain it. I can look at words and see them incorrectly and visually realize that that's incorrect at what I'm looking at. And so I will tend to read words in my head 2 or 3 times before I say it out loud, which is why when I'm reading the Harry Potter books, I have to read them out loud, because otherwise I'll stumble over words and say things wrong. It's just easier for me. I've spent 42 years being a dyslexic. I'm trying to correct as best I can. Tenacious TX Vapes, how are you, Stan? Diesel RTA Grim. Oh, for the peace. Thank you. Very gracious of you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Stan. Thank you for the keen as well. One more from Eifer. Have you listened to Journey to Star Wars: The Legends of Luke Skywalker by Ken Liu? If not, it's really, really good. I'd love to hear your thoughts. I haven't. I haven't. I would like to get to it. I'm saving a lot of things for my retirement, you guys. Books, movies, TV shows. I'm just going to have to watch those at another time because I just don't have the time right now. But a Legends of Luke Skywalker book sounds awesome. Big Rig, 0 milligram root beer. Tasted like it had nicotine in it. I mean, I felt like it has nicotine in it. I can't say for sure. Could be 0 milligram. Lou Tangs. The other set of Golsies are 21 700s. Oh, he's right. All right, so I got a pack of Golsi 21s and a pack of Golsi 20s, and I'm stoked. Thank you, Lou. Appreciate that, bro. There's your fist bump. So Mike Vapes is the Bob Ross of vaping, Nick? No. Eifer? No. Come on. Maybe a little bit. Vaping Case. Hey, Grim, I'm a patron of yours from Niles, Michigan. I love you, bud. I'm here every week. I'm shouting you out, good sir. Vaping Case, you don't need to shout me out. I need to shout you out. There's a shout out for you, sir. For British eyes only. Girlfriend and I watched the vlog and cried laughing. Hope you enjoyed the liquid and beer. Ease up with the knife. I'm making you a Tricor 6-gauge, 16-gauge alien. Yes. So for British eyes only, Exploding Beer Guy, he's the creator of this monstrosity that I love, that I keep on my desk, that I use as like a fidget toy. It's just so fucking cool. I just love it so much. It's just a giant alien, and I'm getting another one. All right. Oh, we'll be in touch, British eyes only. Paranormal Vapes. This article from Michigan makes me homicidal. Yeah. See, this is something I was talking about to Ruby Roo earlier, and I apologize, we're running long. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out during the Super Chat. I know that not a lot of people do, but that's what she said is going live in about 15 minutes, and I don't want to encroach on anybody's time. I don't want to encroach on their time. I don't want to encroach on the vape team either. I have to be done. I have to be done soon. But it does, and this is something I was talking about to Ruby Roo. When you know the truth, when you've seen the science and then you see people lying about it, it's so frustrating. It makes you want to pull your hair out. And it does no good anymore to call people a liar because everybody lies. You can't call people out on lying because chances are you've lied too, just not about this. So you call people out like, no, you're lying. Stop lying. The word lying doesn't hold any weight anymore. You know, it's like it just doesn't affect anymore. It's like why they had to use the term epidemic instead of just saying uptick or more teens experimenting with vaping. They went, nope, we're going to use a shocking word, epidemic. Liar isn't a shocking word anymore. You call a politician a liar and everybody goes, well, yeah, that's what they do. Vaping Case, very gracious of you. Dude, Michigan, whoops. Dude, Michigan officials love to throw around big words and try to get people to not finish reading their BS and knowing nothing of the truth. Just babble BS, bro. Pay no attention. I know. I try to pay no attention, but honestly, you have to pay some attention because they're passing laws that affect you. So let's pay attention. Shout out to the store I went for my first mod. They told me I should check out GrimmGreen as well. Smokers Heaven in Manchester, New Hampshire. My best day ever. Shout out to Smokers Haven in Manchester, New Hampshire. Thank you for playing my videos, and thank you for pimping out some GrimmGreen action. I appreciate that. Yo, Coilhead Fred. Soak that ball sack spine in Bole Bolu. Oh. If I was to soak my ball sack spine, which I'm not, I have no interest in it, I would do it with Bole Bolu. I definitely would. Tenacious TX Vapes. Damn it, now I have to Google waffle stomping. Don't tell me what to do. All right. Dude, I warned you. Eifer, waffle stomping sounds like a pop punk band. It definitely should be. Coilhead Fred, do it. You do it. Rob Michaels, you do so much for all of us. Missed last week's show. This is for you and your dad. Much love. Oh, Rob, very gracious of you. Very, very gracious of you. If anybody's curious about the updates, my dad's done. He quit his job. He's living up there in Northern California. We're trying to get him down to Southern California. We're waiting back to hear. We made an offer on a house. We're waiting back to hear what happens. Fingers crossed that we can get this and we can get this in motion, because it's gonna be just spectacular. I'm gonna have a new office. I'm gonna have a new place to shoot video. We're gonna have my dad down here. We can have my dad on the vlog. He could teach us about photography. God, it's gonna be so good. But thank you, Rob. I very much appreciate that. Cody, every time you say perfectly, flawlessly, evenly when you build a dripper, it reminds me of Savage Garden cover band, and I don't know why. Dude, that's a mystery to me as well there, Cody. British Eyes, 80 on the off-ramp, my aliens, Rebel, Vindicator. Okay, I'll set that up. That's my mission. I'll set it up. I'll set up a Rebel on a Vindicator with your aliens and Vape 80 on the off-ramp. We'll attempt to do that next week. Remind me on Wednesday in the stream to do that. Voting with my dollars to get Addy Tooney a wrench. Oh, yeah. How does Addy Tooney not have a wrench yet? Addy Tooney, throw yourself in the chat so I can give you a wrench. Where are you? I don't see you in the chat there, Addy. But yeah, you're right. Addy Tooney should have been one of the first moderators. Addy Tooney has been a staple of the community for years. He's been a supporter of GrimmGreen for years, of Ruby Roo, of the podcast, of the vape team, of everybody. He is just... Addy is like vaping's cheerleader, and the vaping community is a better place with Addy Tooney in it. I got to meet him at this event. I got to meet him at Niagara Falls, where I got my Switch mod, and he gave me K-Funds. He gave me a green rag that I kept for years until it finally got lost in an airport, and I was so bummed. Yes, Addy Tooney. Where are you, Addy? Addy Tooney. He just types wrench. There you go. Ready? Enjoy your wrench, Addy Tooney. I really appreciate you and all you do for us. Really do. Eifer, last one for Eifer. Thank you so much, bro. Fingers crossed for your dad. My fingers are always crossed for my dad. My dad is priority number fucking one right now. All I care about is his well-being. I want him down here in Southern California. I want to hang out with him. I want to be in a house with my dad. Is that weird that I want to live in a house with my dad? I think it's weird, but I love it, and it has to happen. That's my priority. Number one priority. So anyway, that's it. This vlog has been way too long. Let me take one quick look around the room, make sure I didn't forget anything. Oh, good Lord. I got my Uwell. I got this. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. Thomas Crow, thank you for the glass. Coil & Co. Lou Tanks, thank you for the batteries. Let me finish up my beer. All right. Well, this vlog's dedicated to Addy Tooney for just being an all-around awesome person. Really appreciate you. 7 o'clock is That's What She Said. 7 o'clock is the Vape Team. I'm sure there's other stuff on. I'll be watching That's What She Said while I clean up. And yeah, I guess that's all I got for today, everybody. One last time, thank you. Seriously, so much for watching. I love the vlog. I love a vlog day. I'll see you guys back here next week. Same Grimm time, same Grimm channel. That is so cringy. I should not say that. Same Grimm time, same Grimm channel. I'm a YouTuber. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're here now, go ahead and smash that like button. Punt, kill it, stab it, get it, shoot it. Okay, that's all. Thank you guys. Seriously, so much for watching. Hope you all have a fantastic Thursday evening. And yeah, even with just a Switch mod, let's keep on vaping, guys.